guys. This is my second take trying to get this, but yeah. So it's been a couple of days since Atlanta AI Week, and I just wanted to talk about my experience while I showcase the videos that I took, which isn't much, but yeah. So I just want to go through the information and honestly my whole outlook on what had happened since the first video that I took changed pretty much. And that's why I want to discuss this. So I'm just going to go through the schedule here and talk about basically what it is that went down and what I did. And yeah. And so, yeah, day one, it wasn't that long of a day. It was like a 4 hour day. Just, easy meet and greet, open networking and get to know others and introductional panels kind of information and stuff like that. But yeah, so we had community day, check-in, blah blah blah. And then we had the featured presentation, which is the state of AI, technology, policy and adoption. Again, there was a lot of ethics, governance, policy type of panels that were going on with this week, and it was pretty interesting. It wasn't like anything crazy or um, bad or not, because it's good to know what should be implemented while you're searching on these AI apps because security is important and honestly governments do not implement. Sorry, Marta's like right by here. But yeah, you just don't know what could be happening with your information on the back end of these applications, and policies with governments are not as fast as being implemented or created as fast as these applications are being made, and that's scary. Our privacy is very important. And um what was it? So there was a lot of good information. There was AI use cases at Amazon, what's real, what's ideal, um, fireside chat, AI as catalyst, regional economic growth in Georgia. Again, this was the first AI week in Atlanta, which kind of lowered my expectations because I did say it did seem a little bit unorganized, which is fine, it's the first one. Usually they're at like Cincinnati, LA, Las Vegas, I believe. The next one's gonna be at Tennessee, Nashville in May. But um yeah, it was interesting. So the first panel I had gone to was the AI first leader skills and mindsets for what's next, and a good new connection, a friend of mine, John. We met at Microsoft. He works for Microsoft. He's really cool. He was the mediator, yeah, and we had um Paul. That's where I met Paul. He's the CEO of Consultations. Very great guy. He used to work at SCAD. Oh my god, he is so sweet. I just can't wait to get to know him more honestly and what he's about, and hopefully get an opportunity there, or mentorship. After that, we had gone to the future of AI and entertainment, enhancing creativity, immersion, and storytelling in telling experiences. So very interesting. There's like a whole thing of AI assistance with filmmaking and stuff, which um, it's cool. It's good to assist with creativity and enhance what it is that you're creating and filming and drawing and just in general creativity because um we don't want to use AI to take what it is that we are creating and just build off of that and use that as the final product. We're trying to use AI to assist us in that creativity to create what it is the end product that we're envisioning in our minds to output basically. And if AI is an assistant, good. Use it, like figure out what it is that you're trying to build without the whole back end of costs that goes behind filmmaking because filmmaking is not cheap. It is not cheap. And when films don't go well, the profits are not looking good. But it was okay. It was an alright chat. I thought there was gonna be more visuals, but again, it was a panel. They were just talking. I really don't even remember actually what they were talking about. Um, oh well. Sorry. And then again, another panel, how AI impacts creativity, innovation, or limitation, or I mean imitation. My bad. So yeah, again, with the whole idea of using AI to create art, I'm very against that. I think um using AI as your final product is kind of an insult and a slap in the face to actual artists. Not that you're not an artist using AI. Anybody can use AI. It's for everyone. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. I, I suggest it at this point. Yeah. And so, um, but yeah, like with the whole Studio Ghibli art, like that's an insult to Hayao Miyazaki. Like, please don't use it as your final product. Like, if you're using AI for your creativity and what it is that you want to create, please don't make it your end product. Use it as an initiator of what it is that you see in your head but can't fully comprehend and put out automatically by just getting your camera out and filmmaking it. Like if it's an idea, try it out, test it out, see what it looks like, what is the possibility and what are the limitations um and if it is an imitation, like you don't want to imitate others. And yes, imitation is a form of flattery, but I highly suggest against it because you're unique. Embrace your flaws, and build off of that. Then that takes me to the networking happy hour. It was supposed to be on the rooftop. This was at Atlanta Tech Village in Buckhead. This was my first time there. Very cool place. Like I loved the first floor that we were in. It was all on the first floor. It was a little unorganized, but um, the networking happy hour. It was supposed to be on the rooftop. It wasn't, and there was alcohol. And I don't drink. I'm sober now, and I really wish there was like non-alcoholic drinks other than just like your typical like soda and juices or whatever. But it was alright. I think it was a little overwhelming in a way because a lot of people were drinking. There was wine, beer, and so it was just interesting to just see people just interacting that way. There was just a lot of my little group that I was with. We kind of decided to go back into like the little kitchen area and just chill there. There was others there, which was nice because we got to talk to them, because I don't think they were really into the whole drinking thing idea, and some of them were actually younger than 21. And I'm was glad that we were in there because we just got to like vibe with the others that were there, talking about vibe coding, new term that I learned this week. Hey, and so yeah, it was all right. I kind of went home early that day because I was really tired, and I know that I was gonna be tired after this week, and the week has not ended. But we went to the second day. Wednesday was the Women in Tech and AI breakfast. I was expecting this to be more of an opportunity to network with other women, and it really wasn't. It was really more so of like a bunch of little mini TED talks of other women that are well into their careers, like 10, maybe 15 plus years in their career, which don't get me wrong, that's very inspiring. But um cool, you got there. Can you teach me how to get there? Can you talk to me and mentor me how to get there? Can I talk to you and see what it is that I can learn from you other than your struggles and I mean and your setbacks? I know, understand, like there's always setbacks and hurdles for women that are in this industry, but teach me. That's what I wanted to do. And so there was barely any time to network with any women other than this one lady that her name Katie Cochran, I think that's her last name. She actually it was is a digital marketing director for one of the companies in Atlanta Tech Village. Like what? Girl, you cool. You cool. I'm glad I showed you my Instagram. But I wish there was more of like an actual moment of like, hey, let's network everybody, but it wasn't. But that's okay, you know? Um, now we know. And so then we got to navigating trust. See, that was the one that I missed. Dang. But there was a featured presentation with navigating trust, ethical hacking in the age of AI, and this was from the CEO of Axe AI, Brett Ewing. I hope I said his last name right. He, um, he basically like has So this is an AI company that assists with like penetration testing for cybersecurity analysts or just anybody or with a company that wants to check their firewalls and their penetration possibilities for hackers, because you never know with people. Like there's always like an opportunity or a fault in the wall that would allow for people to, access data and information that needs to stay private. There is leading with confidence in the age of AI. Again, more panels about ethics, governance, and compliance in the age of automation because a lot of these AI models are automated and or well not the backend but the workflows and the tasks that they provide and like the generative and the genic possibilities that they can provide for whomever is using these does create automation and there's just always going to be faults in it and again don't forget about the ethics and the governance and policies of it because you don't I'm going to grill it into your guys' brains. It's important. Your privacy is important, guys. And that's coming from someone that's very well in tech at this point and will be much more in tech later on in my life. Woo woo. And so, yeah. Then we got to the power of synthetic emotions. How AI turned opposition into support. Wow. What's her name? Jennifer Jones Mitchell. They created a human. It's called human driven AI, literally. And so they use this AI to basically convince customers, clients, whomever it is that they're working, because it's a marketing AI that it is being used and being created for the clients that they're assisting. And so the biggest client they recently worked with was to assist with installing solar panels and windmills on farmlands. I believe it was in Kansas, and they realized that a good way to convince these people was with emotions. And again, hence human driven AI with synthetic emotions and synthetic on the AI. So they realized that they can really get customers to be convinced through emotional thought processes. And the way that they went about it was they created data from radio transcripts, TV videos, documentation, journals, and other stuff. It was a long list, and they used that information and put it into the LLM that they had to create the AI with this information to then constantly prompt it to not be a puppy dog and to have opposition to the idea that it is that they're trying to convince it to agree on. So at after 4 months, the AI finally realized, like it was like, no, I don't want that. No, I don't want it. Like it was not going for the statistics or the data or the possibility of sustainability on their farmland. It was worried some because of losing their land and the ownership of their land, of course, And so that's when they started trying to use emotion on the AI to then finally convince it to say, okay, you know what, I should put this stuff on my farmland because it is good. And I forgot what she information she gave us or gave it, but yeah, it was really cool. It was interesting. I really liked it. And so then there is practical AI solutions for the modern workplace. I think I missed that. And then I went to AI operations, integrating AI into tasks and tools. Um, yeah, AI is a tool. Use it if you need it, and only to assist you, and to automate your workflow, information, and all automation. Then there was a lunch break. Um, the food was alright. Breakfast for the woman was like, why give us chorizo in breakfast time, y'all? Not smart. um, then again, did I see this one? Well, there's a panel on AI. Oh yeah, I did go. AI safety, cybersecurity, trust, navigating the future of safe AI, because again, the governments, other than the UK and like California, like there's not much policies and like actual laws against or what it is that can be done with these AI models. Like at at this moment, you can really do a lot and almost anything with these models, and that's scary. But yeah, there is the speakers were Mark Schnitter, Guy Tesler, Chris Fago, Justin Daniels, Ron Johnson, and I think Ron Johnson was the CEO of Nexagen. They're based in Kansas. Pretty cool. Um, but yeah, they're also a cybersecurity company that helps companies test their information. Then we went to oh yeah, in panel AI and data ensuring security, continuity, and readiness.
It's like there isn't, I haven't seen yet any particular department that says this is AI governance, this is the AI governance person in charge. Sometimes it's like chief privacy officer slash AI governance, you know. So how do you do that in your organization?
Yeah, so we don't have a centralized owner.
Right.
It's comprised of folks like myself. I mentioned the CTO earlier, but I think what's unique about AI Data Governance Council, and obviously this is going to be different.
Good girl, Sky Bell. Oh my gosh, she's such a sweetie. She works for the state of New York, like as an AI practitioner. Like what? What? Like what? So cool.
Very proud first semester grad student at Georgia Tech too. Project it. Anyway, but yeah, so that's what I get to do. I do a lot of policy. I'm in a lot of the AI working group for New York State. So I get to play around with a lot of tools, evaluation, get to see the kind of thing that we probably shouldn't do. And that was, this is today is perfect for me. Thank you.
But also the CEO of Big Kitty Labs, like what? They're Tushar Kulkarni. He was there. He he's such a sweetheart. Oh my gosh, this is why I love going to these events because there's other techie nerds like me that are there, and I guess I came to realize that we all have some type of stage fright, public speaking nervousness, unless you're like cocky as hell and you're like, I got this, and I'm not talking about you. You're the 1%, whatever, bro. But those of us that are truly the nerdiest of the groups that we have here, I just love that this community that I'm building here at the moment is helping me come out of my shell. Because otherwise, I'd be at home. I wouldn't see me. Mm-mm. And I love Tashar because let me go to LinkedIn here. He was so sweet. Like, oh my gosh, what exactly do they do again? Cause oh my gosh, yes, girl, Sky. I'm sorry, I'm on LinkedIn and Sky posted. She's getting her master's at Georgia Tech. Like, hell yeah, girl, bestie for the best bestie. Like, what? She's so smart. Wow. But where is Tashar? There we are. Yeah, he's CEO and founder of Big Kitty Labs. And what exactly does Big Kitty Labs do? Is I'm just gonna read it from their overview. But yeah, Big Kitty Labs is the steward of possible. With the roots in software development are their team of innovation enthusiasts, software developers, designers, and strategists are experienced partners to the startup and investment communities, experts in ideation, innovation, product definition, rapid prototyping, and investor communications, Big Kitty Labs has been a part of the origin story for nearly 100 products and proud to be a part of those creation and evolutionary journeys. They work shoulder to shoulder with their clients to breathe life into their ideas that can be shared, tested, revised, evolved, and launched. They work with first-time entrepreneurs who have exciting new and unique ideas with established companies that are looking for new solutions that seek the perspective of an outside partner to help evolve, grow the business. And finally, they work with enterprise brands, both for and nonprofit, very important, looking to embrace what's next with the nimbleness required by a world that is transforming at an alarming pace. That is very important, guys, because we need that. Like, he's very smart. He knows the privacy that is needed and important for these AI innovations and just any innovation in general for these up and coming companies, startups, enterprises, per, personal people, any, you never know what happens. And so, what they offer in capabilities: ideation, innovation, rapid prototyping, product launch strategy, venture capital, communication, strategy, and coaching. Very important. You need to be coached, like especially if you're starting a new business, like mentoring, coaching. You just never know. Like if you think that you're like, oh, I can do this all by myself. Come on, guys, step off that high horse. It's good to have other minds that are being input into this information because you never know. There's always new things up and coming. Every week there's something new with AI. I'm not kidding. Check your news seriously. But yeah, and so it was just interesting to hear his information. I really loved it. Guys, check them out on LinkedIn. Or just go to their website. Tashar. He's such a sweetheart. And Big Kitty Labs. And yes, the idea did come from a cat. That they love cats. So cute. But yeah, they were really good. And then I didn't go to this panel, but AI won't take your job, guys. Someone who knows how to use AI will. Because AI, blockchain, Web3, it's DeFi. It's not going away. You don't know what's going to happen in the next 5 years, let alone 10 years. Like, it's insane the innovation that's going to happen in just this year. Just this year, it's going to be crazy, for real. And then again, another open networking moment at 3. Then the next day, I kind of got there a little late, but I got there in time to see Elizabeth Strickler, another honorable mention because oh my gosh, she's a professor at GSU. I forgot exactly for what class, but she was generative AI in film and media, the great reboot of creativity, and from Georgia State.
That used to be a job in and of itself where you could move the camera really still and smoothly. But now you just decide where you want the camera to go in your 3D world, and the camera follows that and can make beautiful, scenes that way.
And so I went to her panel the day before for creativity, and what was it? Yeah, it was like, and it was for creativity panel, but yeah, like, guys, she's so amazing with these students. Like, at the panel the previous day, she had talked about AI, a student showcase at Georgia State for the students, and I went. This is a new video. That's why she even told us about it, and I'm like, I'm so glad she told us about it because not I would have not gone, and I would have not been impressed because I was very much impressed with these students. I was. Mm-mm. But it's a new video, guys. It's for Georgia State and Georgia Tech students. But yeah, you'll see that coming up soon. And so then after that, they had originally put this event or panel. They originally put this one at the stage 2, I believe, but they didn't. And then they changed it to the main stage because of how many people were there or wanting to be in this event specifically. Because I was waitlisted at first, and then the same morning I was like, "Oh, you're off the wait list," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, they just moved the stage." But yeah, it was a lightning round for multiple companies, including Asana AI. I'm pretty sure you guys heard of it if you're on here. If not, check them out if you're in a company. Um, and then there was also Mighty Bot. Check them out as well. And then the highlight here was with Brett Ewing again. He is the CEO of Axwing, Ax AI, Axwing. That'd be funny if they just named the company that way, but they didn't. But yeah, he showed a little information and showed a demo.
Each test cycle becomes a finer filtration layer, gradually hardening your infrastructure and about elevating your security posture. This is cybersecurity augmentation, not just automation. Axe doesn't replace engineers, it makes them faster, sharper, and more effective. And it opens up a part of the market that's been underserved for far too long.
And then later that day, he actually did a demo for his application called Axe AI, and it was really interesting. I really love it, and hopefully, there's an opportunity there manifesting it. Yes. And then the last day was kind of like a little blah blah blah. There was Rice dedicated session, AI minority owned startups, and minority representation in AI leadership. I never heard of the Russell Center here in Atlanta. It's really cool actually. It's to assist entrepreneurs entrepreneurs that are in the minority, like that are minorities, BIPOC, LGBTQ. I'm assuming. Um, I really did not pay attention to this one because the presentation was very bland. It was just a white screen with black letters. So I'm sorry, but definitely check out the Russell Center, guys. Yes. And then lunch, and then I went to this one because I was just very intrigued with the information or the possibilities that could happen with AI in healthcare. And so the panel was really just panel AI in healthcare and medicine and transforming patient care and medical innovation. And that was really cool actually. I was expecting more information though, like how they're using AI to like either um detect illnesses or diagnose patients and assist with patient care, even though that was literally the title. But I guess I kind of did give it some of that information. Like I walked into them talking about how a patient was very scratchy and itchy, I'm assuming, and they realized that it had gone a little too far with the scratching, and they were like, there has to be something underlying here. What is it? And so they used AI to realize that the patient had a rare disease that only affects 3% of the population in the world. Like, freaking crazy. But if without it, they wouldn't have been able to realize that, Because I'm sorry, but doctors, I don't want to clump you all together, but there's a lot of doctors that just, you tell them your symptoms, they're like, oh, take Tylenol, take anything over the counter, or instead of actually investigating the true underlying cause of what it is that you're dealing with. And that's why I really wanted to check this panel out. And so they then started just talking about how it could assist nurses, which yes, it's in healthcare, but I want to know how you're doing these things. But they also did touch a little bit on the fact that they do use it for like example, like nurses that need to like that don't want to be on the ground but still want to like, assist patients, of course. They talked about how the nurse can be remote, whatever, and be an AI person in the room assisting with patients, and I found that really cool. And afterwards, I went to the breakout session for Axe AI, and it was the last session of the day, I guess. It Not many people were in there. I think everyone was just trying to network at that point, and I kind of had some empathy and sympathy for the CEO of this XAI because there's like only no more than 20 people in that room. Um, he showed us a demo. They got dark mode, and it just felt like the afterwards, like they were just kicking us out really out of the building. Like they were taking down the signs, taking down everything. Once once while we were literally in that session, like they did not care. Like afterwards, there were some people here and there, popcorn, talking together to each other and stuff. But it just felt like, oh, we're done. Okay, go bye. Yeah, bye bye bye. Mm, I don't know how I felt about that, but whatever. first week of Atlanta AI. I wish there was like a little like hackathon or something. Like I don't know, there wasn't much like of like hands-on opportunities. Not from what I saw. Like even though it was like market, like some of them were marketed to be like workshops and stuff. They weren't workshops. It was mainly just panels, talking, networking, and food and drinks. Um, and if you're gonna market the open networking on the rooftop, then do it on the rooftop. Don't like. I'm sorry. I had a love hate relationship with this week event, but it's alright. I had fun. I'm grateful I made the connections that I did. Honorable mentions to John Carroll, Pavani, Akansha, Deanne, Leonard. She was, oh my gosh, she's such a sweetheart. She is the CEO of, she is AI. Yeah, I was right. She is AI Magazine. Definitely check them out. Such a sweetheart. I love her. And she's doing like a whole fashion um thing. I forgot exactly what it was like. If it was like a show or if it was like a workshop month, like a couple months long workshop or something, but in Thailand. Like what, girl? Take me with you. But yeah, she's so sweet, and she has a very sweet story behind her as well. Then Elizabeth Strickler, of course, from GSU, and then Tashar. He's such a sweetheart from Big Kitty Labs. Brett Ewing, cool dude. I hope. I don't know. I don't want to speak too much on him right now. Um, but yeah, it was a cool time. Um I wish it was planned better and there was more heart behind the whole event instead of it seeming like, oh, I got this, you got this. Product was connect instead of like it didn't feel much of like actually like networking and like feeling like there's opportunities like for those that are not really in the industry, you know. So like I don't know, that kind of was let down. But hopefully with the connections I made, not hopefully, there's gonna be opportunities with the connections I made for sure. But yeah, but thanks for watching, guys. Had some technical difficulties yesterday. But honestly, I'm glad I did because if not, I wouldn't have this beautiful background. Like, oh, so cute. But yeah, please like, subscribe, comment.
And I'm kind of matching it.
One little keynote, I guess, guys. Keep your information private as much as you can. Don't put PDFs and photos and social security numbers and zip codes and addresses in ChatGPT, especially DeepSeek. Like, do your information, like, do your research on these AI models before you actually use them. Like, don't just willy nilly look at these AI models and be like, let me just use this one, you know, or let me just use this one because this one's gonna seem like it will help for my whatever it is that I'm working on or for my business. Like, please do your research, find what it is best for you, and really tinker with it. You know, you're not gonna get the immediate product that you're looking for with just one prompt. Like, it's a machine learning experience. You have to prompt it multiple times to get it to what it is that you're trying to get to, or close, or as close as you can. You know, you never know what you can get with these, and you know, allow it to spark creation and creativity within you, and don't make it as a end all be all. Yeah, because if you do, you're just gonna brain rot basically. Like people are losing their problem solving and critical thinking abilities, and just not really learning because of the automation that AI is creating in the world. Especially if you're coders. If you're a coder, don't don't use AI to just create code and copy and paste into your editor. That's dumb. Please, no, don't do that. Mm-mm. It's not smart. You're not gonna be a coder if you're doing that way. Be a coder, learn how to code, and then use AI to assist and ask questions and not copy paste. Learn from the code that it is giving you and explain and ask it to explain it to you step by step as in why is it giving you this output? Why is it giving you this problem, this solution, and don't just copy and paste. Like, please, guys. I hope I'm assuming my viewers are smarter than this. I know y'all are. Okay, but yeah, like, subscribe, and comment, guys. See you next time.